Alright, welcome back to the Road to Rainbow rank. Today we are actually using Rick, and we are on the Mega Man Battle Network Wheelie Bike. So let's go ahead and get started in the first race. It's going to be on Airtopia Ruins. So here we go. Now I usually play Magolor, so this is a heavier character, higher top speed. Let's see how we do here. Rick is pretty good. I practiced just a little bit, but still not quite used to the controls here, so I'm going to try and take some good lines here. I do go much wider than I wanted to, just muscle memory of using Magolor, so kind of mess up on that turn over there, those turns over there, but we're already fighting for first place here versus that bulk star. Now going into this section, oh yeah, just get all beat up and thrown to the side, so trying to hold this first place now at this point here. We'll see, the race is still relatively young. We go around here. Yeah, definitely not used to this character, but it's fun to change things up just a little bit every now and then. That's going to be critical to get as many of these rings as possible. Of course, I do hit that. Yeah, just showing a bit of growing pains, bit of a learning curve to this character, but we will still try our best. We are in first just barely for the moment. So over here, I want to make sure I can take this turn. I'm feeling the inside line, but inside was too inside, so I go wide. I get the rail, not the end of the world, but not quite the fastest. So let's see. Okay, yeah, that bulk star is catching up. Let's see if we can maintain a lead, but it is going to be tricky. Go ahead and take that cutter, and I want to just hit that guy. Now we fought our way back to first place. Just throw the cutter back a bit while we still have it. Very good, but it is a pretty back and forth battle. It could go either way. Maybe I'll get first, maybe I'll get second. Gonna go around this corner right here and then just go ahead and pop the special. Want to do that right before I get to the rail, so went ahead and did that, but mess up completely. There we go, top level gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. So we are now solidly in second place because of that mistake, but you know, in order to improve, you have to make every mistake possible. And that was one of them, so it happens. We are comfortably in second place here. It's looking like we are catching up just a bit right there on the rail. This is looking like a second place, which will still be a good gain, will still be a great step on the road to Rainbow. And yeah, we're just gonna finish out the race, and here we go. So in the end, it was one major mistake that cost me the first, but it is what it is. Second place is still a pretty great performance. Great to see it. Let's just load up the screen, and there we have it. And let's move on to the next race. Now we're going to be on Siberian Highway. I'm used to taking these turns, of course, with Magolor, so I am thinking about that half-pipe section in the middle. Let's see if I can traverse that pretty quickly, but going to go ahead, grab some enemy real quick. Of course, activate the bridge, go around this turn. So far, pretty standard stuff. We're in first place for the moment, but here we go. We gotta, grab that sword. I wonder if it's faster to actually not grab the sword and go straight, but either way, we're at this section, and that goes fairly well. We do some brake tapping, but we end up dragging against the wall. In the end, we get the boost panel, and there is another sword in case anyone wants to pass us. So we are convincingly in first place for the moment. Want to avoid these lasers. Yeah, this isn't going too bad, and I think in the ending straightaway, being a faster character is going to help some. So we go ahead, take the small pathway here. We just bounce around and go around here. And yeah, I can more easily get that boost ring because I'm a bit higher speed on this character here. So we are in first for the moment. Doesn't look like there's any option. The floor was phasing back in, but it's too late. That other guy's catching up now. So it's going to come down to getting the right boost panels. He's probably going to pass us using our star trail, is what it is, but we will try our best. We get all three boost panels, so good cycle there. We are holding the lead for the moment. Going to grab some of these enemies, and we're going to go for the bridge again now. I know there's that ramp on the right hand side, but we're on the wheelie bike. Now we're back and forth for first place. Of course we want to maintain. Yeah, grab that sword, not the sleep. That's good. Now, yeah, grab that, and I just go ahead and pop the special right away. I know there's a rail coming up. I run through this section. Yeah, there we go. And I'm using the special, so I don't need to hit the spinner. And I think that's fairly good, but that other racer was right there. So that is pretty impressive. Maybe they had their special too and they were just waiting for it. So it is still pretty close, and they actually pull ahead. So props to them. We've got a race on our hands. Now we're trying to get through here. Let's see if I can get the rings. There we go. I go for this one again, but I miss. So not the best line, not the best vector. We are first for the moment, but I predict, yeah, we're going to lose that real quick, staying up here as fast as possible. We do hit the phasing floor, and then that other floor too. So unfortunately, tripping over the floor just might cost us. We'll see. We'll see if we can get any good boost cycle, use the star trail, but yeah, I think it just wasn't quite enough, so we're going to secure another second place. You know, second place, not so bad, especially since we're using a new character here. Again, use Magalore usually, or DDD on the Wheelie scooter. So there we go. Second place, another solid gain. Let's go to the next race. So now we are going to be on Galactic Nova. Okay, so I've been improving at this track slowly but surely. Of course, I'm using a different character now. Let's see how this goes. I think being speedier will help in the ending section and these beginning sections, but it's always chaos when everyone is close, when the pack is all close together. There's just a bunch of, you know, spin attacks, star trails, all that, items, everyone's hitting everyone. So we are in the middle of the pack for now. Completely missed that after I said I've been practicing this. Of course, we missed the ring. This is what it is. We grab a cutter real quick, take out some of these enemies, make the jump. You know, just good solid things right there. And because of that, we are holding second for the moment. First is a bit ahead. Gonna go try to take out some of these enemies here for a little boost. And now we're getting to the rail. We're gonna go inside the satellite now. Now it's gonna be important to not hit the kind of left-hand side, bump the wall. We want to be a bit to the right, yeah, and avoid that. But I just barely scrape it. Not the end of the world. We get there. We get hit by the enemy, but first place is right there. We want to catch up here. They're holding their lead actually pretty well, so we'll have to use the star trail. We'll have to navigate these sections, use these little treadmill pad things, go a bit wide, not quite used to using Rick, but the first place racer is right there. We go around here. Ouch, get tagged by a few lasers, grab an enemy. Now we're getting to the section with the bridge. Going to be important to not fall off the bridge. Don't want to do that. Thinking about when I want to use my special. We do make the jump, so I go ahead and pop it right there. Just run around that section. That gets us into first. And now we're in the heart chamber, so fairly good. But there goes that other racer. Is flying off right there. So here we go. We're going into the final stretch, gonna attack the heart, get into the final section in first place, which is great. We want to make sure we hold this position. Now I want to get the meteor strikes. I find going on the right somehow, maybe it's RNG, but it gets me first place, but the other racer just rockets past and I get first place stolen. You hate to see it. Oh well. This is shaping up to be a video of second places, which is still a gain. You'll still get to rainbow that way. Would have loved to see first, but it is what it is. There we go. There's our gain. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Formula Star. That makes perfect sense. Next race, and it's going to be on Siberian Highway again. So let's try and get some redemption. Let's shoot for first. Of course, first, second, or third will get you gains. First getting you the most. Naturally, we're going to go for the same strategy. And we are going to try to win this time. So we quickly get into first place, taking an easy initial line. Want to get around here, not go too wide. Could have been a bit better, I suppose. But here we go into this section. I go for the sword. And yeah, I'm really starting to wonder. I probably shouldn't be going so wide just to grab the sword, because we get passed up pretty easily there. Again, we do some brake tapping there to get through this. We hit the spinner to get the boost panel. But we are right back into second, gunning for first. We're trying to get there. And going into the laser section, okay, they can fly, so they go up there. We're just going to have to use the star trail to catch up. Yeah, there we go, just like that. And we go into the small section, and they are right hot on our tail. So we go here, we go for that ring, we get it. Now this section, this is where they are going to catch up, but we want to make sure. Okay, that's all disappearing, so we just are forced to drop down. I was going to say we want to make sure we stay out there, but I just go for the little jump, get the perfect landing. Now in this section, we want to of course, go on the opposite side, yeah, to get the boosts, and that just phases in just in time. But there goes that racer. They pull ahead. We get the flash just to boost a little bit. But we're going to go for the Star Trail. Yeah, the Star Trail will get us into first place. Want to take this turn good enough. And we are first for the moment. Of course, the race is young. It is going to be a back and forth struggle. I go for the sword. Again, second guessing if that is the play, but there we go. We do catch up a bit, but now we got to watch out for this laser. We don't want to run into this laser. So they take the rail, which gives us a good chance to run away. And that gets us first place. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this path is faster, not taking the rail. So we are in first for the moment, but there are some great sections coming up for them to catch up. We're going to go on the small path as always. And they are, ouch, hot on our tail, hitting us with the plasma. Yeah, we're about to be passed up here. But that just means, okay, they're actually behind us. I was about to say we can use their Star Trail, but now they're going to do that to us. So I try to weave just a little bit. I do want to stay up here, but yeah, it just isn't going to happen. I should have just dropped down, taken the tight line and dropped down. It's all going to be about catching up at this point, but the lag, they were over there, they teleported over here, they teleported over there. I don't know if they're on the rocket star or if there's just lag, but there's no way to follow them. So we take another second place. Yep, this is the video of second places, which, you know, still gains. Would be great to get a first, but we're trying a new character. We're in the violet rank. We are getting second place, and there's the gain. Let's go to the next race. All right, now it is time for the final race of the video. This is all we have time for, and it's going to be on Sky Sands. And we have 2 rocket stars in the room. Okay, and 2 scooters, a battle chariot. Very interesting. Let's see how this shapes up. We're on the Wheelie Bike. And we want to not fall off. We want to stay on here. Of course, the beginning, everyone's fighting each other. We come out on top for the moment, bouncing around just a bit. So not the best. We do end up here accidentally. I kind of wanted to take the lower path. I know hitting that boost panel is pretty fast, but you know, we get through it. We're going through these sections now, just boosting around these sort of treadmill things. And we want to hit the shortcut. We do. Maybe I held the boost a bit long, but that guaranteed we got through. However, we are in second place. We want to catch up. We can use this needle, I'm pretty sure, yeah, to break the desert coral. Because when you think of deserts naturally, you think of coral. And we controlled that pretty well. We jump into first place because of that. Our special is going to be ready just about now. So I'll just go ahead and pop it. Maybe I should have waited for a longer period of time. But I just go ahead and pop it right here. That means, yeah, we've got another racer catching up. We get the jump again, so we get the boost panel. Fairly okay going through that section, but that racer has just about caught up, and I think there's a fire Kirby riding on our tail or somebody with the fire, and I don't know, I think I held the boost just a bit too long there. Could have been better. So we catapult into second place, actually. We've got another racer up there. It is pretty close. The pack is close. We are in third. It would be great if we could catch up, rocket ahead. We get this boost. We jump, but I kind of turn a bit too early and drag against the wall. And I think, ouch, I get caught on something. I think if I would have just been able to go fluidly and jump, I could have gotten another second, but we've got a third place to round it out. That's going to result in a small gain. So overall, you know, not a bad performance. We used Rick. We used a new character. It was all fun and games. We didn't manage to get a first this time, but we did get all gains. So there you have it. If you want to see more Kirby Air Riders, I do some city trial, a lot of air ride. Subscribe, like if you liked it, and I'll see you next time.